going on, ladies and gentlemen? DoctorDDub here, and today I am joined by my right-hand man and the one that I have never left behind. AKA, I'm flying solo today. The reason for that is I had to record super early. I'm recording this at like 10 a.m.-ish. Normally I record these in the afternoon and evening when people are actually available to help. But that's okay. I've got plans today, so I had to take care of this early. Anyway, on to the forest stuff. We're going to be working on two main things today. One is going to be to get this massive project underway. The mess hall slash, I don't even know what to call it, area behind it. And, oh man, it's going to be expensive. It's going to be one pretty much giant rectangle. Ooh, and now that I say that, oh gosh. I always do this to myself. I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be a giant rectangle, cool. And then I was like, okay, in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, how can I break up that rectangle? Now I'm thinking of all this other stuff that'd be really cool to do, so I'm probably going to do it. It's going to make this blueprint a little bit more expensive and a little bit more time consuming to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm planning on doing this in two pieces. Yeah, two pieces. One is going to be the mess hall portion itself, the foundation for the mess hall, including a patio in front of it. And then I'm going to do a second foundation for a back patio that's going to stick out a little bit. And I'm thinking this is close to where it's going to be. Or like the... How do I say this? This is going to be the end of the back patio. So the back of the mess hall is going to be a little bit recessed from that. And then this might even stick out a little bit more. I'm not super sure. I do like having this little staircase right here down to that area, but it could also go like over here if it needed to. But that just, it fits with the land and I kind of really like it right there, so I might just make this a little bit smaller than I was intending. It's going to be massive regardless and incredibly expensive. There's a part of me that wants to track every single log that goes into this just to see how expensive it is. So I might actually do that. If anyone wants to help correct me, if you can help keep count, it's always going to be down there in the bottom left. Right now we need 421 logs. So as I build stuff, that number will go up. And as I put logs into them, that number will go down. But I'm kind of curious to see how many logs end up going into this thing. It's going to be quite a lot. Anyway, let me get started on this blueprint. I'm not going to take you along with me for all this. So this probably will end up being a shorter episode, or not, because I always say that and it never is. So let me go ahead and get the foundation placed exactly where I want it. My plan is to make it 7 segments wide, I think. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to be a little bit not as wide, but I want an odd number because I'm going to do something fancy with the roof. So, enough talking, let me actually build this, and I'll be right back. Okay, not much looks different from this angle, but all I've really done is I've extended this middle section out ever so slightly, and we're going to do a little patio along the entire front section, and then the roof is going to be done in 3 sections, which I think is going to look really nice. We're going to have one section right here. This doesn't look right. It's not right. How much do I care? How many planks are there? 15 on this side and 13 on this side. Normally I'd say, it's not that big a deal. We won't worry about it. But with the roof design I have in mind, it's gonna look weird having two different. It's gonna really highlight that error. So I'm gonna make this side one longer and that side one shorter, and I'll be right back. Okay, it's done. It's a perfect 14 and 14 on each side with 23 planks in the middle. Not that that matters. And don't worry about this path not being centered. It's not placed where it needs to be. So we'll just adjust that as needed. And I think this is a good amount of space between the medical lodge the nurse's hut and the mess hall. Have a little walkway that goes down between and just kind of tees off to both sides. That actually will work perfectly. Whoa. Kind of. But yeah, I want to go ahead and build this now. And then once it's built, I need to get, and it pains me to say so, I need to get this back section built as well, and this staircase is going to end up moving. I know it's dark right now, but this goes down this little nook in the cliffside. I'm going to end up bringing this out, not too terribly far, maybe to about here where I'm standing. Yeah, this stone's probably a good marker for it. Bring it out to about here, and then just do a straight up rectangle all the way across. And now that I say straight up rectangle, I'm thinking I'll change it ever so slightly. Ooh. Yeah, okay. I have a cool idea now. And then we'll do the stairs going down still at an angle. Or not, I guess at an angle. At a 90-degree angle to this. So it'll be coming from where I'm standing. And going down to the lower area. And then eventually, not today, but we're going to build a little dock area here that'll extend out and be a little, I don't know, a little play area. And maybe we'll do Carson's idea of doing that gazebo on the water. That could be kind of cool. I don't know. That's not the focus of today. The focus of today is the mess hall. So let me go ahead and grab 77 logs and get this thing built. Alright, all we need is one more log, and I'm kind of terrified to place this, because I could place it, but I'm kind of standing in the blueprint. And so oh! Okay, that works. Cool. This looks awesome. I'm loving this. Okay. While I was doing all that, I also went ahead and placed this blueprint because it was super nice to be able to walk through this blueprint, to be able to, like, line it up, level. And I think that's pretty dang close. It's above at some points, it's below at others, and that should make it work pretty nicely. We've got a little bit of a recessed area on both sides. That wasn't my goal. I wanted to make it flush on both sides. But I was having issues doing so. And you'll see it's not a perfect rectangle. It's a rectangle with a little notch cut out of it, and that's because I want to do stairs right here, leading down to a tiny little platform right here, and then another set of stairs going this direction. It'll be much shallower and not nearly as long, leading to a little dock area, and then off here we can have a couple docks. Maybe we can add even a couple more small rafts like we have here. I really don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead, but I think it looks really nice. I do think I'll build it today. It's only 74 logs, so that's 77 for this, 74 for that, but I do want to see how these walls snap. And the reason I did this the way I did is because I wanted to do custom walls right here, and then I'm going to be clearing a good portion of them, actually. Pretty much the walls along the entire front side. And heck, even... You know what? I might not do custom after all. Because from, like... I don't know, for ease sake, let's say this first section right here, that's all going to be patio. So it's not going to have a wall on this side. So the wall's only going to come to, like, right here. And then it'll be kind of open air with supports, like single log pillar supports and fences over part of it, and then a wide, it might look terrible, staircase up the front that spans the width of the entire thing. It's probably going to look real rough, but it should hopefully be functional, and will convey the idea I'm trying to get across. But I'm probably going to have to custom place these after all, if I want them to be equal in size and shape. And oh my gosh, I thought I just canceled the foundation that I'd placed. That was slightly scary. And the reason I overlapped these is because I was planning on having wall on top of them, so you wouldn't be able to see. So that should hopefully work better. But let me go ahead and get this wall up. I'm hoping it's not as tedious as I'm thinking it's going to be. I was correct in hoping that it wasn't going to be as bad as I thought it was going to be. That was actually pretty easy, and it worked exactly how I wanted it to, which is a rarity in this game when something works exactly how you want it to. I don't mean to be building those. I mean to be picking these up. There we go. So I want to build these walls because I kind of want to get the roof placed, at least. I don't know if I'm going to build it to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to use every single log in log storage, and we'll get as far as we can get. And then I'll blueprint the rest of the build. I'm not going to do any of the interior decorating today. That'll be for another episode. But hopefully this can be a 2 to 3 episode build, is what I'm aiming for. It's going to be the largest, most expensive project we've done yet. which I'm excited for. But the reason, let me share this with you. So the reason I wanted to do this in a 7 wide section, and it ended up coming out in what looks like 8, 4 in the middle, and then 2 on the sides. That's okay. I can make that work. I wanted to do 3 roofs, so 3 apexes. So a shallow one on the 2, a much larger one on the 4, and then another, not shallow, but another smaller one on this 2. I think it's going to look kind of cool instead of one giant roof over the entire thing. Plus, this middle section will actually stick out some because I'm going to anchor it to... You know what? I should just do it based on the... Never mind. I was going to say I should do it based on the foundation, and that's exactly what I'm planning on doing, so never mind. Anyway, let me go ahead and get these walls built, and I might, while I'm at it, do the patio portion as well, just to make some progress. Oh yeah, that's nice. It's so nice having walls up in a build. It just adds so much. So I went ahead. Sorry for the quick jump into train of thought there. I got a lot of stuff to get done here. Alright, so I got windows along the entire front side, minus, obviously, a door to get in. That's going to be the central point, and then we're going to get the patio portion built out here in a little bit. And then I've got 2 doors on the back side, and I think that'll be nice, having access from 2 points. It'll make it feel a little bit more, I don't know, this is a grand entrance, and then this is just, it allows for a mass exodus of people all at once to go onto the patio if they choose to do so. This room is a little smaller than I was wanting. I had envisioned it to be a little bit deeper, or I guess the way I'm looking at it right now, a little bit wider. But that's okay. I guess I was thinking the patio would be part of it, and then I didn't end up considering that when I built it, but it'll work out. I think building it any larger would have been on the side of excessive, which I am kind of known to do. And I actually think I'm going to hold off on the patio till another episode, because I only have like 92-ish vlogs left, something like that. And we're doing 2 stories here, if it'll work. We're going to do a second level, because every summer camp I've ever been to, the mess hall was kind of a focal point, and it was usually like in the center of camp, which this more or less is, and it was a very large building with kind of shallow sloping roofs, and I don't know. I think it needs a second level. And on the second level, I don't know what I want to do for windows. I'd know for sure on the sides I want them, because I didn't want them on the lower level, and I couldn't tell you why. Actually, I can tell you why, and in hindsight, I should have... You know what, we're gonna do something... I'm getting more ideas now. So, the mess hall is not just a cosmetic thing. The point of this is to, 1, make it decorative and awesome, and 2, to also be slightly functional. It's going to be storing not all of, but a lot of drying racks. So basically, I need a room somewhere in here that I can put a lot of drying racks, because I don't want it out just like in the open. I'm planning on doing some sort of like food counter area. It's not going to be functional. And then some sort of like refrigerated storage, or it's just going to be a separate room all to itself that won't have windows. And I say won't have windows. I probably should have done like 2 of these without windows, and then made that the little storage area for all the drying racks. And it doesn't need to be a ton of drying racks. We're going to have some throughout the camp still. But this almost takes up the entire first level, so I wanted 2 stories partially for that reason. But it's just going to... Well, will this fit and not totally block the window? We might just do this in the room and then put like a half wall in front of it so you can access it. I think that's what I'll end up doing. No, I have a plan. Let me go ahead and lay it out, and I'll show you guys what I mean. At the same time, I think I'm going to go ahead and take care of building the upper level, so that way I can at least get the blueprints in place for the roof, so you guys can see sort of what I have in mind. Okay, so we might have an issue. I did not think this through completely. Doing this 2 stories high is, I think, a good idea in that it looks proportionally tall. However, I didn't think this part through. The support beams that I'm adding out front are only 1 story tall. And I don't know if you guys have ever tried doing this yourselves or not, but getting a custom wall to place on top of another custom wall and look not terrible, even if I can get it to work, it ends up, like, obviously I'm not going to do that, but it's really hard to get them to look like 1 pole. You can clearly tell there's some weirdness happening because they're never quite on top of each other. Because the nature of those, you have to place them slightly to the side of where you want them and then drag them into place, which ends up not working when you have nothing to place them on to drag them onto the center. So I might have to do a little revision of design? I don't know. I hadn't even thought about this. So this is a thing. But if we do a custom roof, I want it running this direction, yeah. And I just want to see how this snaps. I don't know what it's going to do, if it'll even work. It might look very strange, but I'm curious to see, 1, if it'll work, and 2, how it will work if it does work. And I'm going to have to anchor it back onto the house here as well. Which is so awkward, because it's trying to, I think it's anchoring to the side of it. So instead I'll do it from here, so I can get it in place. And yeah, that's our roof. Maybe? So it does the same design thing like we had going on over at the archery range, where this quite doesn't line up. So I might do it in 2 sections to make that look better, but that's not bad. And then I could have, I think I might end up doing this. A version of that. I'm not going to build that one specifically, but it makes it feel like the patio's more covered than if we were to have it higher, which I actually like that over doing it on like a 2nd story. I'm going to do them in individual sections, so I'll do 3 roofs for that section instead of just 1 giant blueprint. I think that'll look better and line up better. It's not going to be perfect, but again, whatever is. Oh, and I don't even think I brought or called attention to this at all. I went ahead and added the pillars that are now here that we're placing stuff on, and then stick fence that I ran beforehand, and they should be lining up roughly with the center of these. And it looks very weird right now because you can see through the log and into it and where the blueprint's at. But once we build these, it should give us a nice little look. Really? I only had 4 sticks on me. So I'm going to get those built too. And that's going to be a little bit of grinding. But this roof right here is 104 logs. So I'm thinking I'll use every last log I have. Well, crap. We still need to get... I'm going to finish the walls and then use every last log I have on that, which isn't going to be many. I've only got, I think, like 48 logs left. But that's enough to finish this at least. That's 21 more that I need in here. So yeah, let me go ahead and finish the 2nd story. I'll redo this and then we'll reconvene and go over the final, or not the final, but the main roof design, which I'm hoping is going to look pretty cool. Although we might have to change it up more to accommodate for this new roof. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. Okay, this is the last log sled, but as I take this one back, I wanted to share a little experience I had with you guys. I rounded this corner, and just seeing that right there, I was like, yes, that's the look. I know we don't have a roof on it yet, but I really like that lower roof section. It looks really nice, in my opinion. So I've got these are all the logs we have left. I haven't had a chance to bring more over. I think I've got some more farmed. I say I've got more farmed. I should say we've got more farmed. All the log farming in this game is... I have so many people to thank for all the help that I've been given with the log farming. It's been so nice. I wish this had connected. I wish I had thought this through before building the first wall. I could have anchored these into the wall, or into the logs, like I did with all these. But it's okay. Hindsight's 2020. I guess I could have built a pillar there, but it's whatever. It's fine. I haven't rebuilt this yet. I need to do that. But before we do that, actually... Nah, let's do that real quick. Okay, the roof, I haven't built it yet, but oh my gosh, it looks so much cooler than last time I left you guys. And one nice thing about not having enough logs to finish this is that you guys will get a say as to how this gets finished, because I am torn. It looks a little different, instead of all going the same direction, because I realized that if we ran all of them this direction, that this section right here, it would go up and then connect to the building, and this pillar would serve no purpose. And I want that pillar there because I think it looks nice. So in order to get rid of that, I ran one rectangle of that section, or that orientation right here, and then another one on the end. And then to the right and left of center, I ran them the perpendicular direction, which I think looks really cool. And now everything's anchored. And I tried to get it to where it's going to look decent where it intersects. There's going to be some clipping, obviously, but it should look nice. But now I'm torn. My initial thought was to do the middle section the same as the sections to the left and right of it, but just do it taller. So we've got kind of like I don't even know how to say it, an M, but larger than an M, a triple M, I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying. 3 A-shaped pieces right next to each other. But now that I'm seeing it, it could also be cool to continue that same run, the same height. Like, basically you took this and cut all the way through. Like, I don't know. I think that might look nicer, but at the same time, it's going to block that window ever so slightly. I think. Not technically, but just from the front. The window is... So you've got one solid log, and then 2 down, 3 down from the top. That's where the window is. So, looking at it from here, from ground level, those go past that 3rd log down. However, it doesn't actually connect at that 3rd log down. I don't know. I'm going to run that and see how it looks, but I'm not going to be building it. So if you guys think it would look better doing the triple A thing, which is what I initially wanted to do, but I'm seeing this now and I think it's going to look better. But I don't know. So feel free to let me know. I'll give you options. A, which would be the A-shaped design, or option B, which is going to be what I'm about to B-U-I-L-D, build. If that helps you remember what option's what. So to do this, all I did was this. No, ran it this direction. This looks so weird with all these blueprints all on top of each other, but it's gonna work, and it's gonna work beautifully. Okay, so as soon as it starts appearing from that side, I think that's too many. I can't see what I'm doing right now. The downside of building these blueprints. Gosh. I'm gonna get this placed, and then I'll let you see what it looks like, because I can't see what I'm doing right now. I got it anchored at least. Now I just have to determine the height. On the others I literally did it as low as it would go. So I'm gonna try to replicate that, and hopefully it'll look decent. Ooh, I kind of really like that. The angle's gonna be different because it covers more space. It sticks out further. But this is just a cool roof design. And you're going to be able to see some... Actually, I can't even tell what you're going to be able to see and what you're not. All these blueprints are kind of clipping together. But that is more or less the plan. And I think it looks pretty dang nice. But again, vote for option A, which is the other one than this, the 3 A's. Or B, which is the one I just built. But then we're going to take that triple A design and I won't go through the whole process since now you guys can see what I'm kind of talking about. A shallower, peak on the left, a shallower peak on the right, and a slightly less shallow, aka steeper one in the middle. That's kind of what I'm going to go for here. Wish me luck. Alright. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I kind of really like that design. That looks so freaking cool. It's going to be expensive, especially with that middle section costing or being 2 logs in length. I don't even know if I can... Okay, so that's 60 plus 36. So we're looking at about 140-ish, and then 34. I don't know how those are different. That's not exactly ideal, but whatever. Does this one stick out one further? That one sticks out one further. That's why it's more expensive. On the back, it lines up just fine. So I might end up redoing that, which is the beauty of ending an episode before I finish building everything. The only other thing I want to get done today is, I guess, finish off this stick fence and use up the rest of these logs. I'll see you once that's done. We are done with the balcony. And, oh yeah, I'm remembering now that I totally said I was going to do stairs along the entire front. I decided against it. I've seen it done before, and it... You guys know how the stairs do the weird thing. And since they all do a different weird thing right next to each other, it ends up looking even weirder. So... Oh! And while I was getting sticks, holy crap, I can't see a thing. Except for more logs. That's right. There's more logs. Which means we could finish off at least one section of roof. I think we needed... Oh, wait, just kidding. I was going to say we needed exactly 4 more. Apparently I can't read. We need 1 more log. And then I'm going to throw this one into something. Maybe the roof. I don't know. Yeah, because the section on the left is correct, right? The one on the right is 1 too long, I think. Screw it, we'll do it there. And we'll add a roof. Oh, this is gonna look so nice. I do still need to add stairs. I haven't forgotten about that. Oh, it's gonna look so good. Oh, that was cool. Alright though, ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna do it for today. And as I'm saying that, I'm remembering one more thing I did. So off camera, I got distracted. Like real distracted. And redid all the path blueprints. I haven't touched the slope up there, but everything you see here, I redid. So let's take a quick peek at that. It's all smooth and rounded, and it goes around this rock now a little bit better than it did before, without, like, I don't know, you'd hit the rock every time. Now it works nicely, and then it's a little straight, and then you got a little curve. I tried to do these in as small of segments as I could, so that you could allow it to, it gave it some more flex. And then I tried my best to round this. It's not perfect because of the way you have to do these triangular, or the 3-way junctions. But we now have path. I know this probably doesn't look that much different to those that weren't paying too much attention, but it's a lot smoother. And we now have paths that branch off, which will connect up eventually. And then a path leading up to there, which is a little too straight for my liking. I think I'll, kind of bend it to the left slightly and then veer back around to the right. It's kind of my plan for that. But yeah, I don't want to end on the note of path. That's not nearly as exciting as this beautiful, massive mess hall that we started on. I still don't know what I'm going to do on the interior as far as meat storage and stuff goes. But maybe we can do some of that out on the patio or on the back, or add another or knock out a wall and add a little side storage room to store it all on this side. I think that's the winning idea. Except I have to get rid of the entire wall. Ooh, that might not be the best idea. I'll think about it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you like this building. don't forget to let me know which option you prefer, A or B. I'm really leaning towards B right now, which is what's there, because it just looks so good, and it breaks it up a little bit more, I think. But that doesn't mean I'm not willing to change it if you guys think otherwise. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. And until then, as always, take care.